Okay. Hey everyone, you should be able to see me and you should be able to hear me as well. You can turn on your camera. In a little bit, I'll have you introduce yourself, but you can go ahead and turn on your camera and then just mute your mic. And then in a little bit, I'll tell you when to unmute. But you can go ahead and turn on your camera. As for me, my name is Elizabeth Gonzalez. I'll be your instructor for Biology 1406. It's an asynchronous course, meaning that we don't have a specified meeting time. So everything is kind of completed at your own pace. But of course, I do have office hours. You can contact me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. That could be through email, it could be through Pronto Messenger, which some of you are already using it because you're sending me messages on there. And then we could also meet face to face if you want to do like right now how I'm on Blackboard Collaborate. We could also schedule that too by appointment. So there's options for you to get in contact with me. I did want to do an orientation though, just so that we can kind of see the layout of the class together. You can kind of give me your questions and then we'll kind of go from there. So a little bit more about me. I'm from here. I'm from the Valley. I grew up here in Edinburgh. Most of my family is from Rio Grande City and the Roma area. So Starr County. I grew up over there, I would say also because my mom would take us probably every 2 weeks. We'd go over there to Rio Grande City and Roma. And I loved it. I love being kind of like in the ranch and in the brush. So that's kind of where I grew up. As far as school, I went to, now it's UTRGV. When I went, it was UTPA. I think I was one of the last classes to be UTPA. And then I went to Texas Tech University. I've been with STC for maybe 5 years, 5 or 6 years, give or take. I love working for STC. It's probably one of my best employers that I've had. And then as far as hobbies, and this might be the same with you guys, we've probably been a little bit more inactive. Like I used to compete in triathlons and like, well, now nobody can compete. So, I mean, as of right now, I love to go outside. I fill up my bird feeder every day. I like looking at insects, walk my dog. So, kind of things like that. And so then I'm going to turn it over to you guys. So, let me kind of show you. I'll go ahead, I'll call on your name and then you can unmute yourself and then you have your camera on and then you can kind of go over this. So I'm going to need your name or your preferred name, your major, one hobby, and then what you hope to get out of this class. So let me give you like 30 seconds to think about it and then I'll go ahead and call on you. Okay, let me get Tamara. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself to us?
Hi, to turn on my camera. I've never really done this.
Or if you're unable to, Tamara, you can just go ahead and use your mic.
Okay, but you guys can hear me though, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. So my name is Tamara. I prefer Tammy. The major that I'm studying for is a social worker. One hobby that I like to do is play piano. um, what I hope to get out of this class is, I don't know, to learn a lot of things for this class.
Okay, thank you, Tamara. I do have an electric piano behind me, so we kind of share that in common as well. Let me get Ruby. can you go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, sorry, it's glitching. But hi, my name is Ruby. One of my hobbies is just watching TV or writing. I'll write sometimes. My major is nursing, and I hope to.
Oh, Ruby, we can't hear you anymore. But we heard some of the things. I heard that she was a nursing major. And then Ruby, you can in the chat you can write down what you'd like to get out of this class. Let me get Odalis. If you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Odalis Garcia. My major is criminal justice. One of my hobbies is playing soccer. I'm currently out of practice right now, which is why I'm sorry. I apologize if it's a little loud, but and one thing I hope to get out of this class is to learn a little bit more. I'm not sure if it's biology on the body or a certain type of mammals or whatever it may be, but I hope to learn more about it because I can't remember anything about biology from like high school or anything like that.
Okay, thank you, Odalis. So that's a good point. So for 1406 this semester is we don't really talk about organisms too much. We mostly talk about life on the smaller scale, like the structure of cells, DNA, those types of things, how systems like that work. The next class, though, 1407, is where you start to talk about different types of animals and plants and fungi. So that's how those classes are differentiated. Let me get Marisol, if you can go ahead. And then Odalis, really quick, is that your soccer practice or whose soccer practice is that?
Yeah, it's currently mine, but I can't play. I kind of messed up my hand a little bit, and I have a game Thursday, so I don't want to mess it up today, so I can play Thursday.
Who do you play for?
I'm currently not in Texas right now. I'm from Chicago, so I'm over here in Chicago. I play locally.
Okay, very interesting. Well, glad that you're here with us. Let me get Marisol, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Marisol Cantu. My major is in education for elementary. One of my hobbies is spending time with my family. I'm a soccer mom. Both my kids play soccer. Currently not right now, I'm in quarantine. What do I hope to learn for this class is DNA, cellulose. I think that's it.
All right, thank you, Marisol. And it's good to hear that your kids are still staying active as much as they can during these times. Let me get Madison, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Madison Ressetter. I can go by Maddie. My major is biology. My hobby is reading or watching TV, and I hope to learn about the basics of biology out of this class.
Okay, great. Thanks, Madison or Maddie. And then let me get, okay, I don't want to mispronounce your name, Malitzin. If you could introduce yourself and then let me know how to pronounce your name so I don't mispronounce it, please.
Hi, it's actually pronounced Malin Singh, Mincy for short. It's a lot easier. My major is biology. My hobbies, well, I mean, I foster a lot of animals sometimes. So mostly babies. Right now I'm kind of struggling with one, but this one's mine. What I hope to get out of this class, well, I mean, my major is biology, so pretty much everything life, that's it. I'm always home with my kids.
All right, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that you foster animals. That's kind of not a lot of people do that. I think they kind of forget that that's an option. You don't have to really commit to keeping the animal, but you could definitely foster one. Like for people that don't have a permanent residence, they could still temporarily foster an animal. Let me get, is it Magda? If you could introduce yourself to us, please. Okay, well, we'll come back. Let me get Katia Ramirez. If you could go ahead and introduce yourself to us.
Hi, my name is Katia. My major is biology. One of my hobbies is ballet. I hope to get basic knowledge of biology in this class.
And who do you, are you in a ballet school here in the Rio Grande Valley, or how do you practice?
Yeah, I usually go to the studio. It's on 10th Street. It's Deborah Kay's Dance Academy. So yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. I don't really know. I know there's like one girl that I follow on Instagram, Cielo, and she does ballet.
Yeah, she's a teacher.
Yeah, she is? Okay. She's great. So if you have her as a teacher, I'm sure that you're amazing as well. Let me get Jennifer. If you can go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. My major is biology. I love to crochet, and I just hope to get a better understanding of biology out of this class.
Okay, that's cool. When did you start crocheting? That's a very unique hobby.
I started crocheting around a year ago when we first went into quarantine.
Okay, that's awesome. You should show us your skills one day. That'd be really cool to see. I don't think I've met anybody that actually does crocheting, so that's really cool. Let me get Jasmine. If you could introduce yourself to us, please.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Taylor. One of my hobbies is reading, and my major is biology. And what I hope to get out of this course is just kind of like the basic understandings of like the building blocks of life and the basic biology.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. And then Magda, you said that your mic is working. You can go ahead and go next. Oh, okay, maybe not. Magda, whenever you can go ahead. I can't hear you, no. Do you know how to unmute yourself? No, I can't hear you. It's okay. If it's not working, it's okay. No worries. Let me get Angela. If you could go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angela Juarez. My major is education and teaching. One of my hobbies is going out with my family. And what I hope to learn in this class is to learn and understand more about biology because honestly, I don't remember anything from high school.
What do you do when you hang out with your family?
I usually go out to eat and like to the mall, but like ever since COVID started, well, I just stay home.
I know we're probably, I feel like a lot of people are missing those social interactions. I will say though that some students are thriving, like students that maybe get distracted very easily. Adapting to online learning has been really easy for them and they're actually doing really well. So it kind of depends on the person. Let me get Alessandra, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Alessandra. My major is education. My hobby is baking, and I hope what I can get out of this class is just learn basic knowledge enough to pass all the tests.
Okay, thank you. That's cool that you're a baker. I think that's cool. Let me get Adriana.
Hi, my name is Adriana Moreno. I'm a psychology major. One of my hobbies that I like to do is I like to sing and write music. I hope to gain the basic, knowledge of biology from this class because I'm a psych major and because I want to learn the human body and DNA and the cells and what goes into the human mind. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay.
Thank you, Adriana. You're breaking up a little bit, but I could hear that. I did hear that you enjoy singing, so that's really cool. And then I think, is that it? Magda,
Yes.
Magda, are you able to use your mic? Maybe, if not, it's okay. Well, okay, that was just to kind of hear about each other. We won't be meeting face to face, so this is kind of the most social interaction that we'll get. We don't have a set schedule, but I will, like, if we have a review, we'll do it this way where we meet on Blackboard, collaborate, and it would be something like an exam review, and then we can kind of get together, go through the material, answer some questions, go through misconceptions if you may have that. But just know that it's asynchronous, meaning it's at your own pace. I make the class very streamlined, like I have your assignments by weeks, and it should be easy for you to follow, but I'll show you a little bit more in a few seconds. So this is the other thing that I wanted you to do to kind of get to know each other is I'm going to put you in groups and you'll go in your own room and you're going to describe to each other how you cook rice. And then when you come back, I want one person to kind of talk about if it was similar or different. So this won't show when you go into your breakout room. So if you have your phone, just take a picture of the task because you won't be able to see it once I put you in your rooms. So go ahead and take a picture of the task and then let me put you in a room really quickly. Okay, so you'll have 5 minutes in the room. If you're done talking about rice, you can just talk to each other and kind of get to know each other for a little bit. So I will see you all in a few minutes. Here you go. Ruby, can you hear me?
Oh, did it end? I'm sorry, it's because it got me out.
That's okay. So they're already in their groups, but you can tell me.
Oh.
So you can describe, how do you cook rice, Ruby?
Okay, well, I found this new way. I was doing one way before, but now I'm doing it another way. I just cut a piece of onion and like I put it in a blender with a little bit of tomato and like consomme or whatever you want to use, and you blend it. Well, you have to fry the rice, obviously, and then when it's a little bit brown, you put in the blended mixture in there. So that's what I do, and then I wait till it's all cooked with water, of course.
Do you cook rice often?
Sometimes I cook other things, but rice is not my strong suit. But everything else I can cook.
It's
I try.
kind of different. I feel like rice is very sensitive. Like you can just mess it up very easily.
Yeah, I learned that.
You can either make it like just too soupy or you burn it.
Yeah.
So
and then it messes the whole thing up.
Yes. What's your favorite dish to cook?
Spaghetti.
Why?
It's the easiest, and it's the one we cook a lot.
Yeah, it is very easy. I don't really like spaghetti. I think it's because I've eaten it too much. But no, I totally I understand. Yeah, it is very easy to make. So go ahead and tell me while they're talking a little bit. What is your preferred name? Do you go by Ruby?
Yeah, Ruby. There's no other way to shorten it, or my middle name's a little weird, so it's the name I go by.
And your major?
Well, I'm getting my associates in biology, but I'm a nursing student in the DEMSA program.
Okay. And then the other thing was a hobby.
Hobby. I don't have much hobbies, actually. I'll write a little bit, like short stories, or sometimes if I'm just bored and an idea comes to mind, and I like watching a lot of TV, but that's it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's good to know. So let me go ahead and bring everybody back, and then they'll kind of tell us how they make rice.
Okay.
Okay, we should all be back in the main room. So let me just pick some people randomly. I probably won't be able to hear everybody's, but let me get anybody from Jennifer's group. If you want to go ahead and volunteer, tell us how your group made rice.
Okay. Do you want me to say?
Yeah.
So, Adriana, I think it's Adriana, right?
Yes.
She knows how to make white rice. I think it's Jennifer and what was the other J? Was it Jasmine? They're 16. They've seen it being made. They know the concept of it, but they don't know how to make it themselves.
Okay.
And well, me, I'm always cooking. So, am I supposed to say how to make it?
Yes.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead and tell us how you make rice.
Okay, so of course you heat up the oil. Once it's at a certain temperature, we add the rice. We fry the rice. I chop onion. I add the onion, and I do use I think it's called a mortar. I was telling them I don't know how to say a lot of things in English. The molcajete.
Mm-hmm.
So I grind the comino and peppers, garlic. I add that as well, and then the consomme, tomato flavored. I don't always add paste, the tomato paste. Sometimes I do if they request it. If not, I just let it boil with the water. I don't like it dry. I don't like dry rice. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. I agree. I don't like dry rice either. It kind of upsets me if it's dry. Can I get someone from Tamara's group?
Okay, I was in Tamara's group. I believe so. Well, I usually do a cup of rice. I fried it with oiled. I put a piece of onion, big pieces because my family don't like onion, but it gives it a little flavor. For 1 cup, I use 2 cups and 1/2 of water, and add the spices, the cumin, the pepper, and the garlic, and the nor tomato.
Okay, cool. So from what I've gathered, everybody's describing like the Mexican rice. Did anybody have a different style? Like if you like to make like Chinese fried rice or just basic white rice? I usually just put rice in a rice cooker, and I don't do any of this, the oil. I don't know. My mom does it well. I haven't been successful at it. So, but did anybody make a different type of rice or describe a different type of rice?
Magdalena did. I know she just tried. I think she left, or she's trying to come back. But she said that she also makes white rice. I think she said that she washes the rice and then soaks it for, I don't know if it was 15 minutes and cook it for 30, or soaks it for 30 and cooks it for 15. Yeah, she just said white rice.
Okay, cool. I know if you do that, that's to get like the excess starch out, is why I've heard. But okay, so this was just to get you all to kind of talk to each other and get to know each other a little bit. Maybe you discussed other things besides rice, which is good. I hope that you make friends in the class. So then let's go ahead and move on to the things that you do need for the class. So one of the things that you're going to need is a connect code. So the ISBN is there. And so what this is it's going to give you access to the textbook assignments. Because this class is 100% online, everything will be online, your textbook, etc. So usually they make you purchase a lab manual and all of that, but because we're not meeting face to face, you only need to purchase the Connect code. And one thing that we've talked to the publisher McGraw-Hill about is that they, and I don't know if they've changed it from one semester to the next, but they don't send you the code via email. Like they actually mail you a paper code, which is kind of annoying. So you do get a free trial, and I want to say that it's 14 days. So what I suggest is that you purchase it as soon as possible because it's going to get mailed to you. And so I'm not sure how fast the mailing process is. I hope that it is rather quickly, but like don't let the 14 days go by and then you're barely purchasing your code thinking that it's going to come to you in the email. It won't. It has to come to your house. So just make a note of that. You need to purchase the code as soon as possible because your free trial is, I want to say, 14 days. The other thing that you need is you need internet and you need a device like a computer or laptop that does have a webcam because for your exams, they will be monitored through the webcam. So just make sure that you have one that has a webcam and that it has a microphone. As far as the software, there's something that we use called Respondus. Respondus lockdown software. It's just to monitor you while you are testing. And in a little bit, I'll kind of show you where you can find that software. But the only thing that you actually need to purchase is that McGraw-Hill Connect code. And there's the ISBN and the price. So, and that is on your syllabus, but I wanted to kind of address it again. The other thing too is Pronto Messenger. It's an app also. So you can download the app and then you will get the messages to your phone. Like I can already see that there's people messaging. So like I can see that you all are messaging on the class chat. So it is an app, and so you can use it to contact me. You can send me a direct message. You can message another student on there. And so I really enjoy it. It's probably one of the better things. Every time I read the evaluations, the students really say that they really enjoy Pronto because they can get a hold of each other or a hold of the instructor really quickly. So that is an app on your phone that you can download, and you'll need to use your STC email. So it won't let you create your account through like a Gmail or a Yahoo. It does need to be through your South Texas College email, and then your classes will show up on there. So let me give you maybe 30 seconds If you want to go ahead and download that app or just kind of look for it, let me give you 30 seconds. And then if you have questions, you can put them in the chat. So let me wait just a little bit.
I downloaded it earlier in the day, but I wasn't able to log in. Like I tried with the phone, the email. If it's supposed to be my JagNet email, it's not gonna work until tomorrow probably because I've been having a lot of trouble with my JagNet. Like they weren't able to add me on Teams either for one of my other classes. But I do have it. I just couldn't log into it.
Okay, then yeah, you won't be able to access it until you have access to your Jagmail, and it's just whatever your Blackboard username is at stu.southtexascollege.edu. Do you know your username?
Yes, let me get it.
Because if
you need it,
no, I mean I don't need it.
Oh.
But if you need it, I can send it to you.
No, I have my username. But does it have to be my username or my email?
So your Jagmail is your username, and then you're gonna put at stu. Let me put it in the chat. South Texas College. So your username, and then at stu.southtexascollege.edu, and then it should let you log in from there. Okay, so here is the other thing that we're going to be using. This is Flipgrid. Has anyone ever used Flipgrid? You can, in the chat, tell me yes if you have ever used Flipgrid before. Okay. Okay, cool. So a few people are familiar with Flipgrid. I really enjoy Flipgrid because you can kind of practice your speaking skills. What it is a assignment, and then you record yourself, whatever it is. It might be a question that you're answering or a task that you need to describe. And you are able to like record it again if you mess up. But I really enjoy it. So it's good for you all to kind of practice your speaking skills. And another reason why I wanted to use Flipgrid is because there is this 1406, yeah, there's 3 lab reports that are group assignments. And so you will be choosing your group. You all will choose your group mates, and so maybe seeing each other on Flipgrid and kind of seeing how each other works might make you want to work with, I don't know, whoever. Maybe you can make friends too. So just know that. So when you're on Flipgrid doing your discussion, you can kind of make some friends on there, and then those will be the people that you work with on your lab reports. So if you want to go ahead and join the class, you're going to go to flipgrid.com, and then you're going to, I think it's on the top, it says join class or join session, and that's where you're going to type the code, the 1406 V05. And then once you're in there, you'll be able to find discussion 1. So let me give you about 30 seconds to a minute. Let's see if you can go ahead and access the class.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, so I mentioned on to message, I'm using my daughter's laptop. It's giving me like to log in through Google or join with Microsoft. Which one do I go through?
You're going to go through Microsoft, and then it'll be your STC email.
Okay.
I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, you can access it later, Eloise. So I'm sharing my screen so you can kind of look at it. So you go to flipgrid.com. I'm not sure if it'll let me go to the main page now that I'm already in. These are my classes, and for you guys, you are this one, the 1406 V05. So once you're in, you'll be able to see the discussion post, and I recorded myself just so that you can kind of see, there's already people that viewed it, 11 views. So you can kind of see how it works. And then for you all, you will click right here, record a response. And so this is where you're actually doing the assignment. So for discussion 1, I have the directions here. Choose 2 chapters from the syllabus tentative outline that were difficult to you in the past and discuss why they were difficult, but also why it is important to master these topics. So that's what you would record. And then you do need to reply to 1 other student. All right, so there's kind of 2 parts to that. But that's how you would do these discussions. So you click the record a response. You have a limit of 3 minutes. That could be a good or a bad thing. But it is a 3-minute limit. So let me go ahead and go back. Do you all have questions on Flipgrid as of right now? Okay. All right, so then when is the discussion due? I have the dates inside of the week 1 folder on Blackboard. I don't recall right now off the top of my head, but I do have them listed there. I don't want to say a date because I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, yeah, the 25th, that's correct. So I do have the dates there, and I can show you that as well in a little bit. Did you have a question?
For the Flipgrid, I'm trying to sign in with my Google and it's telling me it's not letting me.
You need to use your STC email.
Oh, okay.
So click on Microsoft and then your STC email.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So then the other thing that you need to log into is McGraw-Hill Connect. This is where you do your online homework. So everything we use, yes, you should be using your STC email for everything. Ooh, Adriana, do you have your mic on? Can you mute it?
Yes.
Okay. So for McGraw-Hill Connect, this is where your homework is. We have what we call smart book assignments, which goes over each chapter, and then your labs are also on McGraw-Hill Connect. Because we're not meeting face-to-face, your labs are virtual. They kind of use something similar to like a Flash player. It's not Flash player because I don't think you have to download anything, but it's something similar to that. They're virtual labs, like it'll tell you like, grab the test tube rack and place it over here and pour the chemicals. It's kind of, I've done all of them before, so it's cool. So, but this is how you would do it. You would use McGraw-Hill Connect, and I have the link in the Blackboard, which I'll show you that too, kind of so you can look at how, or be more familiar with it. Do you have an access code? So that's the code that you have to purchase. But you do get a free trial for 14 days. So you can create your account, and as soon as you create your account, it'll tell you how much time you have. But just know that it will expire, and you do need to purchase your own code. This is the one that they will mail it to you. You'll have questions still about the McGraw-Hill Connect? Okay. And again, I'll show you right now on Blackboard how it kind of looks. When you take your tests, you use the Respondus lockdown browser software, and then what it is it's kind of like well, I mean, I already kind of told it to you. The webcam is on and it kind of shows you, but it's kind of like a web browser. That's what I was looking for. It's a web browser, and you log into South Texas College as you normally would. You go into Blackboard, and you open up the test on there. It will, like, if you were to open up the test without Respondus, it won't let you take it. It'll ask you for a password or something like that. you have to use the Respondus software to access the exams. So all of your chapter exams will be on there and your lab exams. I did make the lab safety assignment for this week. I did do it on Respondus, not because it's a test, but so that you can kind of see how it works, and also so that you can download it, so that you're not downloading it the week of the exam and then you have issues, and then I might be busy and I'm not able to help you. So I kind of want to, if there's issues right now this week, that we kind of get through it together, so that when you do take your test, you already have the software and you know how it works. So just know that. But this is where you would find it. You go to Blackboard, and then here I have it circled My STC, and then you're able to see the instructions on how to download it. And then Ruby, how do you purchase the code? So on the, I think you can purchase it, like it might send you something to your email to where you can purchase it through there. But on your syllabus, I have the ISBN number. So this is kind of like a, I guess, equivalent to like a book number. So this is the one that you need to purchase it. But I want to say when you make your account, it will prompt you. I'm almost 100% certain that they would prompt you, hey, do you want to buy our software? And that's where you would purchase it from. Yes, and for McGraw-Hill, you use your STC email as well. As far as your grading, I just pulled this from your syllabus, but you have the 4 lecture exams, you have 14 SmartBook assignments, the 4 discussions that you'll do on Flipgrid, 1 research assignment, a final, you have 16 lab assignments, and that includes the lab reports, and then you have 2 lab exams, so it's kind of a lot. So I really recommend that you get a planner. I have a planner, and I can't tell you how important it is to have a planner. I'm in my 30s and I am proud to say I have a planner. If you don't have a planner, please, I advise that you get a planner. It's really easy to miss due dates and kind of get caught up with other things. If you're taking more than 1 online class, highly recommend that you do get a planner. I will also note that I drop 1 lab assignment, not a lab report, but I do drop 1 lab assignment, and I drop 1 SmartBook assignment. That's just kind of like if something happens, I don't know, it could be just that you simply forgot, or an emergency happened, or something of that sort to where you forgot. I do drop 1 SmartBook assignment and 1 lab assignment just to kind of alleviate a little bit of the pressure. But this is the grading for the semester. Do you all have questions on this? Okay, Adriana, I see your question. So they added a feature on Respondus to where I can check that it's okay to use a Chromebook. So you should be fine. And then I did enable it also for this week's assignment, the lab safety one. If you still have issues though, let me know. But I did check it to where anybody with a Chromebook is able to use Respondus. Okay. Got a few more things to show you. I know it's the evening, guys. I'm trying to get through this as quickly as I can. Let's show you the outline. This is part of your syllabus, but it doesn't look as nice as this, so I'll upload this for you if you'd like. It's by week. It says what is happening each week, when your exams are, the SmartBooks assignments, and all of that. Like here, week 1, the chapter 1 SmartBook assignment, the discussion 1 on Flipgrid, the lab safety assignment, the virtual labs. So it's there for you. It's not as nice looking on your syllabus, so I will upload this as a separate file if you would like to either print it out or just have it on hand. I'll go ahead and print this one out for you guys. And then the other document that I wanted to show you, is it your syllabus? Yeah, just a few general things on your syllabus. Your syllabus for all of your classes, they're accessible through Jagnet, I believe. If you go to Jagnet, and then there is what you call student apps, and you'll see an app called Syllabi, and that will show you all of the classes that you're currently enrolled in. So let's say that your professor didn't upload the syllabus, or they haven't uploaded yet, you can access it through Jagnet, because we have to submit these through Jagnet, and so you can see them for all your classes. And so on there, I have on there what I went over already, but let me see if there's anything else that I really wanted to highlight. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. We kind of went over the majority of it. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you all have questions for me at the moment?
All works are turned in by 11:59, or
Can you say that again?
all the homework are due by 11:59. Let's say, for example, the chapter 1, it's due on the 22nd, I believe, that I saw in the syllabus. Is it due on, the time at 11:59?
Now you have me thinking, because I do that typically. So I used to have things due at Sunday night at 11:59, but then what would happen is that my phone would be blowing up by 11:30 that I can't log in, I can't do that, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna do this again. So I changed it now to where I have the due dates, I think, on a Monday, and I might have them at 11:59 still, but for the most part I do have it at 11:59. So just know, if you're emailing me at 11 at night, I may or may not, I probably should not. I probably should not be replying. But I think I did move it to where I'm going to have things due on Monday, so that maybe, I don't know, if you even just want to enjoy your weekend, that's fine. That's legit. So you can enjoy your weekend, and then you can do your assignment on Monday, but try to do it on Monday at like noon, so that if you have an issue, you can email me before, 4 p.m. and I can go ahead and help you, instead of you emailing me on a Sunday evening. And I think that's fair.
Yeah, well, for me, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to try that to where we have this stuff due on Monday instead. It's just so that you can email me on Monday if you have issues. Any other questions? Okay. The last thing, I think I had said that already, but I just wanted to show you. So chapter 1 would be due Monday. Chapter 1 is due, I have them due on the 1st of February. For this week, the Smart Book assignments, I gave you an extra week just because I wanted to give you some time to adjust. Maybe you're not familiar with Connect or doing the Smart Book assignments, so I pushed those for an extra week. But the ones that I do want you to do this week are the Flipgrid and the lab safety. So let me go ahead and let me show you really quickly how it looks on Blackboard. Share my screen, and then after I show you my screen, that will be it, I promise. I'm trying not to take too much of your time, but I also don't want to just kind of leave you lost either. So, because I know sometimes it could be kind of hard taking an online class, especially when there's a lot of different applications. Okay. So let's say that you go into your Blackboard. This is what mine looks like. And then we're going to go into the class. So this is the 1406 V05. And right now Blackboard is not really working for a lot of instructors, because a lot of instructors are uploading a lot, and so a lot of the things are not transferring, but I mean, it's all right. So this is what it looks like when you go into the class, and this is where you all saw the announcement that this is where we're going to meet. And then on the start here, you can see a few things, like there's the staff picture, or there's my email. I have the syllabus information here. But again, like I mentioned, you could also find your syllabus for all your classes on Jagnet. The outline is the one that I showed you all before where it's like the week-to-week schedule. So I do have it uploaded here for you guys so that you can look at that. Where you're going to find your assignments is in the course content. So here in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to click on course content. And then these I have hidden just because they're not due yet. So, but this one is visible to you guys, the week 1. And then I have it very streamlined, right? So these are the tasks that I need you to complete this week. And then what I need for you to do by the 1st. I think I need to add on there the lab safety one. Maybe actually it's not visible to you all. I'll fix that. But this is where you'll find the due dates. And then here's the Flipgrid discussion, lecture. And then this is the Smart Book assignment for chapter 1. So you click it, it's going to take you to McGraw-Hill. You sign in using your STC email. 6 of you have already logged in, so that's pretty cool. And that's where you complete your assignments. Let's go back to Blackboard. So as of right now, does anybody have questions about Blackboard, how to kind of navigate it, how to use it? No? Okay, some of the other things I have here on the side, like here you can also access the Pronto chat. Here's the McGraw-Hill. I think the Flipgrid. Blackboard messages is kind of like if you want to talk to each other. This one is, if you're going to message me, I would suggest don't use Blackboard Messenger because this doesn't send me an email instantly. It's going to send me an email like hours later that you sent me a message. And so if you want to get to me the fastest way, I would suggest that you get to me on Pronto or send me an email because I do have my notifications on my phone. As soon as someone sends me an email, I get the notification. So if you're going to message me, I would not recommend the Blackboard Messenger. I don't have it on my syllabus to use the Messenger, the Blackboard messages either because of that. So I would use Pronto or email if you need to get a hold of me. I think that's pretty much it. Do y'all have questions? Because we're about to wrap it up. So if you have any lingering questions, you can go ahead and ask.
Is there an ebook on the McGraw-Hill?
So I don't think there is, but the way that the Smart Book assignment works is it takes you to the textbook. And then you kind of read the passages there. But as far as like that you can go and access a certain page, no, it doesn't work that way. But on Blackboard, I do have the PowerPoints available to you for each chapter. Oh, that's my dog, sorry. I have a German short-haired pointer, and she's very, very attentive all the time. Any other questions that you all have? Oh, if you have a textbook, okay, well, that's to your advantage. If you have a textbook, I don't know if I even have, yeah, I do have a textbook. It's not required, but if you have a textbook, that's amazing. I prefer the textbook, but I know that they're expensive. I don't know how much they are, but I know every time that I've had to purchase a book, they're upwards of like $200 brand new. I'm sure you could find them cheaper used. But as far as what you need to purchase, it's just the Connect code, and then you should be okay. The PowerPoints, I'll have them uploaded for you, and then when you take a test, I will have reviews so that can kind of help you out. Any other questions that you all may have? Okay, so then that's gonna be it. As far as I think we covered the majority of everything. And if you need to get a hold of me, again, you can use Pronto or you can send me an email. If you have issues with the Flipgrid or any of that, just let me know. Make sure that you are using your STC email, and I'll just say why, because anybody can make a elizabethgonzalez@gmail.com, right? Like anybody can do that and kind of say that they're you, but they're not you. So that's why we really push for students to be using the STC email, like when we're talking about grades or actually anything, just because it's for safety and privacy, so that we know that we're actually speaking with the student. Can we get a code through our high school? Yes, if you're a high school student, if you're a dual enrollment high school student, your high school should have purchased everything for you. So they should have the code, the connect code. And then if they tell you no, Ruby, send me an email and then I can ask. But they should be able to have, if you're in high school, they usually pay for everything. Very lucky. Okay, so then if we don't have any more questions, that's going to be it, guys. If you think of anything, you can always send me an email or a message. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on for Pronto and your emails, because that's how I get to communicate with you guys. And then that's it. You all have a good rest of your evening. And we'll go ahead and see you. Alessandra, your STC email is already created for you. It's just your username, your Blackboard username at stu.south-texas-college. You guys can already take off. Alessandra, if you need help, you can stay after class and I can help you.
Have a good afternoon.
It's evening. Have a good evening.
You know, it's afternoon, so it's afternoon. No, have a good night though.
You too. Bye, Elise.